What is up, Retromaniacs? Welcome to Short Prints. And no, we are not disparaging the deceased pop icon, even though he was only 5'2". But we are here to talk about cards. Today, we're going to talk about selling on eBay, one of our favorite topics. All three of us sell quite a bit on eBay, and we're going to talk a little bit about what our thoughts are about selling on the platform, some of the good, the bad, the ugly, some tips, tricks, all kinds of stuff. I have a big list. We're going to go through it. So
Panther 27. Panther 27.
Panther 27.
I can't work that naturally into the pod. Okay.
Yes, yeah, definitely. But what do you like about selling on eBay, Joe?
Eyeballs. I mean, there is not a platform out there, Twitter, whatnot, wherever other people sell, Facebook Marketplace, you are not getting the eyeballs for anything like you are eBay. And you can sell whatever you want. Like, I don't have to just sell cards. Mike, I know you sell guitar parts.
Mm-hmm.
I've sold toys. Like, you just get eyeballs. Millions of, I can't even tell you how many people are on eBay, but millions of people have the opportunity to look at your items. It's such a bonus. It's such a benefit that I think people kind of take for granted.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It's like the global marketplace. Like, if you have something to sell and so there's somebody out there that wants to buy it, like, you're going to be able to sell it through eBay.
Mm-hmm.
I told a story about how I sold one of my college textbooks about advanced riflery. I bought it for like $2 at used.
That's a Central PA class, folks.
Sold it for like $14. So I sold it for way more than I paid for it.
Oh yeah.
But I sold it on eBay. I just listed it. It's like, you know what? I have this book. I'll just list it, and sold for more than I bought it for. And that just something as random and weird as that. It's like having a yard sale, the ability to have a yard sale and go to a yard sale at your fingertips for anything that you want to buy.
That's a good analogy. Yeah, for sure. And you look at, like you said, with the textbooks, there is, I say this all the time, there is a lid for every pot, ass for every saddle. Someone is going to find something they like. It's impossible to go on eBay and not find something that you like. And hopefully they come across one of our listings and buy that,
Panther 27.
Panther 27, yeah. Natural.
But definitely, I mean, you can sell anything on there. Like you all have those times where you have something and you look it up and you're like, really? It sells.
I just found something today. I just found something this past week, a random basketball card I had that went for like $60 or whatever. And it's like, why are people buying this? We had a pod, go back and view of our 3 funniest or most random eBay sales. I mean, that in a nutshell is what eBay is. It's the randomness of someone could just be looking for something and they just happen to come across your listings.
And, one of the other things I really like about it is you can look up to see what something sells for. Like, I'm not just talking cards either, like anything. Like, you can, like, if you have anything before you sell it at a yard sale or you throw it out, you go to eBay and see, well, let's just see if this is worth anything. Like, it's crazy the amount of things that, like you said, Joe, you can find anything and everything, buyers, anything they want. And especially with cards, like, there is nowhere that you can find the amount of cards that you can find on eBay all in one place. Just amazing. Like, the ability to, if you need a card for a set, you just go into eBay, you find it, and you can buy the card. Sometimes costs a little more money than you want to, but like, I put that set of 1995 Pinnacle Zenith Z teams together, and I bought it all off of eBay, just picked them off one at a time. And, some of them I got on auctions because I wanted to control the price a little better, what I paid. And the last couple I just bought because they were there. But yeah, I like a set like that. Imagine back in 1995 trying to put that together.
Right. Impossible.
Like,
yeah.
They were like 1 in 72 packs, and
you'd have to hope someone came into the card shop and just happened to have it.
Yeah, like makes it so much easier for people to be able to find the things that they're looking for and the things they need for their collection or things they need for their set. Is pretty awesome. Yeah. I mean, not everything's good though. There's a lot of stuff you have to put up with there, and some of the games of buyers not paying for stuff, asking you to cancel because their son got a hold of their phone and accidentally bid on the card.
Smartest kid in the world.
I know, right? Or they
technologically
butt
savvy.
Yeah.
Butt purchase. So your butt unlocked your phone, went into the correct app, and then
searched for the card.
Right. That is world class butt right there.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Very smart.
Amazing.
Yeah. Sadly, I've had, I want to say over the course of like the last couple of months, I've had 3 or 4 non-paying auctions or non-paying, I don't do auctions, non-paying buy it nows that folks either submitted an offer and I accepted, or I sent them an offer and they accepted. And it's just so frustrating because there's really, and this is my big gripe, there's no recourse for you as a seller to stop that from happening. Like there's no negative feedback that you can associate with someone who's a non-payer, which is a pain in the rump because you don't know if you're a buyer. I accepted an offer on a Brady rookie card. I accepted someone's offer to me literally 2 days before the National, I think it was. And it was a fair price. I accepted it. And then I started looking at their feedback. I'm like, because what people will do is they'll leave positive feedback for someone, but leave a negative comment. So unless you're looking for that, which I've started to do, unless you're looking for that, it's really, really tough to find if someone is one of those repeat deadbeats.
I've been pretty lucky. I've only had one non-payer in like the last year or so. So that actually feels pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been selling, since like the late 90s. So, and whenever I had an issue, whenever I had an issue in the past, like I've resolved the issue and then I block that person. Like I don't want to have any sort of bad sort of experience on eBay. So I just cut that stuff out. Again, there's global marketplace. There are enough customers out there that you can block a bad egg and pretty much always keep being able to sell stuff. So
a bad egg,
yeah. Well, one of the things too that bothers me, and I know EP, you'll chime in on this because you're always telling Joe and I to set the auto accept and auto decline on best offer.
That was one of my tips and tricks.
For some reason, I just can't do it because
I can't either.
As I sell pretty much everything at a buy it now with the or best offer turned on. For some reason, though, even though it drives me crazy if I get a $40 offer on a card I have listed for $300, I can't set the auto accept and decline. Like there's some problem with me that I want to be able to get that offer.
You want to fuel that inner anger.
Make it, even though I hate it. Yes. Like
that nuanced anger. Mike really wants to fuel it.
I don't know. Like I want to see how ridiculous people can be though. I guess that might be what it is. Like I just can't do it. And I know it doesn't make any sense to do things the way I do it and then get upset about it. But like I can't.
It makes sense for
I
you.
have to know. I want to know that somebody out there is actually gonna go, I'll give you $40 for that $300 card, which literally just happened to me yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like,
which you then sent us a text complaining about.
I did.
I guarantee you,
what I do.
EP's thinking to himself.
I had it typed up and deleted it. I've already said this so many times.
I know. Like you're right. I'm not saying you're not right.
I'm gonna say he's wrong because that happened to me. I had a card listed for $500 and someone came to me with a $100 offer, and I rejected it with a snarky comment like, I don't know if you can afford this PSA 10. You might want to look at the PSA 8 I have available or something like that. And then they came at me with a $200 offer. I'm like, dude, I'm not taking any less than $450. They bought it outright for $500. I'm like, what just happened? And I knew I was drunk when I saw it come across. They must have been drunk when they bought it because there is no way you go from 100 to 500. So EP there, boom, it works.
I like to have a no hassle experience. I don't want the extra alerts and stuff. Like if it's not a legit, like something I would actually consider, I just don't want to even deal with it. So that's how I
do you have like a certain percentage that you set for your auto on everything, or do you just kind of like play it by gut?
It's play it by gut. Like I research the price or whatever, and let's say it's like like $8 card, nothing major. Like I will do an auto accept at like $6, and then anything $4 or more, I'll take a look at, and consider it. And most of the time, the anything like that $5, $4, $5, like I'll accept that. Like if anybody goes down a little bit lower than my price, they're going to get a deal typically on my stuff. So I mean, I'm trying to sell the stuff, and I'd like I'm willing to negotiate on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like you have to be realistic. Like I don't know. People like to get a deal. I've always said this. Like if you can take a little bit lower maybe than what you were thinking, like what's the difference? Like if you're talking about $5 on yeah, exactly. Like there are benefits to maybe giving a little more than you expected to, and I think that's part of the reason I don't have the auto accept and decline, is because I like to kind of be able to feel that out, even though I should put an auto decline for ridiculously low offers, but
right.
I do like to have that flexibility, and catch me on the right day. Maybe I'm feeling in a good mood, and I'll let you have a card for a little cheaper. Maybe I do like I do right now. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I just yeah, sure, why not? I'll give you that for $40. But
well, and to your point about accepting something lower to make a customer happy, build a customer base, all those things. The guy who bought the card for $500 then sent me an offer for another card I had listed for like 70 or best offer, and he sent me it for 50. A little less than I probably would have normally taken, but I'm like, he paid full price for the other one. I'm going to accept this $50 offer, and he was thrilled. I mean, I probably would have normally countered, but he was thrilled with it. So it's not always about squeezing the last penny that you can get out of someone. Sometimes it's just, they're clearly a Black Panther collector. I'm going to get them this card a little bit cheaper since they paid full price for the other one.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the different ways you sell the different price levels of cards. Do you have any kind of specific system, Joe, of like how you would maybe sell a PSA 10 card that's worth $500 compared to a card that might be $5?
Yeah, for me, what I'll do is, I got the PSA order back. I had the Black Panther, and I go to Terapeak. Terapeak's the greatest thing in the world, by the way. I mean, not just for selling stuff, but like, you mentioned, Mike, you're going to a yard sale and you want to plug in what something could sell for. So I went to Terapeak, plugged in that card, and saw the last, 3 or 4 or so listings. And then I went and looked at what the current ones available are going for. And I don't want to say that I try and undercut that price, but I definitely want more eyeballs on mine because it's less than everything else that's out there. So if it's $700, I'm like, well, the last 3 sold for like $475. I'm going to list mine for a little bit more than the last one sold for, but definitely less than what someone has it listed for currently, because I look at their price and like, that's unrealistic. I'm going to try and get under that and make sure mine sells.
Now, EP, you're an undercutter, right?
Not 100%. Like I'll look at the prices. Like I said, that $8 card is an example. Like if I see a couple sales for like, let's say I see that card for $8 2 or 3 times. Then if I see it sell for like $6 or whatever, I'll probably set the price at $8. But then my auto accept is that $6 that $6 level, and then I'll have again $4. Like probably something I wouldn't accept right away if I listed it. But if it's up there for a couple weeks, that $4 level, I'll sell it for $4 or $5, no problem. If it's been up a couple weeks and nobody's had really interested in it.
Mike, did you catch that though? EP cleared his throat. I think you might have given him COVID.
Oh my gosh! The first transmission over digital transmission.
I should have put the mask on. I'm sorry. Yeah, that'd be a little better.
That's a great look.
Yeah, I know. Fantastic, especially putting it around my headphones.
Right.
Yeah,
but yeah. I know with like, I mean, I have a lot of lower price cards. So, I'm a little different situation maybe than some people, but I have a lot of cards that have been sitting in storage forever. So like they're pretty much, I don't consider I have any money into them at this point in time. Yeah. So with my lower end stuff, I usually undercut. I try to make sure I'm well below. I mean, reasonable too. Like some people just have unreasonable prices. You look at it and you look at what stuff's sold for, and you're like, what are these people doing? Like, they don't even
really
know.
want to sell that car.
Well, no, so, they're trying to make a deal or whatever. But if it's so ridiculous, I wouldn't even try to make an offer to that person. Like, there's no sense, right?
So I usually do check to see, what it sold for, but also what the lowest price is of something on eBay now, and I usually come in below that. With like graded stuff, I mean, I'm usually right around what the comps have been, and usually put a best offer. I'll go below that. Like, it really depends. Like, I don't have anything that I have to get like that comp for. If it's a rare card, something you don't see come up, then I'm going to be a little tougher to negotiate with. But if it's something that 20 different people have it, you have to have to be a little more flexible with that. You have to consider that you're competing with a bunch of other people. Like, that's a big part of the pricing. You need to know how many other of this item is available, like how easy or hard is it for somebody to get, and that should really factor into your pricing.
Like, well, random also, go ahead, EP.
I was gonna say also, if you're trying to churn inventory, that is absolutely the way to do it. Like, if you have something like I have my one trout card, like I'm gonna wait and try to get my price for that. But if you have a card like
did you actually put that one up?
I didn't yet. I'm going to. But if you have like a $5 card, $8 card, there's a ton of them out there. You have 2 or 3 of them. Like, you just want to churn that. So yeah, you undercut. You just try to sell it.
Mike gave me the greatest advice when I started actively listing stuff recently on eBay. After taking some time off, and I went through my boxes, and someone sent me an offer. I want to say I had it listed for $30, and someone sent me an offer for $20. And to your point, Mike, that I don't really have anything into. These are cards that were sitting in my, grandfather's storage room for, decades, literally. So I have nothing in them. And I'm like, oh, do you think I should take this offer? And Mike said, think of it this way. Someone just walked up to you and handed you a $20 bill. Like, that
you opened up the box and there was $20 in there.
Right. You're not going to complain that there wasn't 30. You're going to be like, oh, crap, there's $20 in this box. And that's kind of how I look at it too, which is a different situation, I think, than certain eBay sellers, because they're buying new stuff and they're investing money into it to have product, which I did do with the 90MU stuff I bought. I was buying it not as an investment, like to sit on this box and hope it gains value, but to open it up, send some stuff to PSA, and then list stuff on eBay, which is another pro is being able to list things as variation listings. Or maybe it's a tips and tricks. I don't know, but I use that variation listing quite a bit instead of selling individual. This is card number 1 from 90MU, card number 2 from 90MU. I have that variation listing. I have people that come in and they will buy 1, or I've had people come in and buy 30, like, you just never know, but they're, they have that ability to do that.
All right. I see people on Twitter all the time complaining about eBay fees. They've gone up again. I don't know. I've been selling on eBay since 1997. I go back to the days where people had to send you a check or a money order in the mail. I went back to, I don't even remember, eBay had its own payment service before PayPal. Like it was crazy. I forget what it was called.
Yeah, Sam, I can't remember.
I've never really worried about the fees, because I started when I had my shop. I'm a little shop in this little town in Pennsylvania, and I'm moving all this product to people all around the world. Remember, guys, I used to have that map like on the wall in the shop, and had all those pins in there to places I ship stuff. Like that's part, like, people don't understand that fees are part of doing business. Like, one of the things that blows my mind, like, people just think, oh, well, I can't stand these, goods and service fees on PayPal or eBay fees. Like, they're just killing me. It's like, well, what are you supposed to do it for free? Like, you have access, like EP said, to a global market. You have people everywhere looking at your stuff. You have more people than you could ever imagine considering to buy an item you have listed. I think it's worth what you're paying for it. If you have your own store, guess what? You're going to be paying rent. You're going to be paying for a phone. You're going to be paying for your electric. Like there's overhead involved with any type of selling, and just in this online selling, you're going to have fees you have to pay. They're providing you a really big service for what you pay.
And those fees should be built into when you sell the card. I mean, you have to realize that, 12.9% or whatever it is, you have to realize when you're listing a card, you're going to pay those fees. So maybe list it for a little bit more, maybe not take as low of an offer, whatever. I mean, work it into how you price things, because it's like when you work as a contract employee and they don't take taxes off of your paycheck. You have to pay taxes at the end of the year. So keep that in mind, maybe budget better. That's kind of how I feel about eBay fees. I know there's going to be 12.9 plus 30 cents off the top. Work that into your price. Make yourself feel comfortable with the price you're asking for with that fee taken out. It's not hard. And it's I wish it was lower. I think we all can agree on that. I wish it was lower. But at the end of the day, it's the only place you're going to get as many eyeballs as you're getting for that percentage, for that 12.9%. Go try and sell on my slabs. You're not going to move the product that you can on eBay because you're not getting as many eyeballs. Sure, it's only 3% or whatever my slabs is, but you're not going to sell the cards as quickly and as easily as you are on eBay.
Yeah, I know. To your point, Joe, I had created a spreadsheet that has all the fees figured out, so I can plug in a price, so I know what I need to sell a card for, what it ends up being. I have a lot of cards listed for $1.50 that are a lot of common cards from like oddballish type sets that I'm just trying to sell, and I've sold a handful of them, and I know that I'm going to make 17 cents as my profit off those at $1.50 a card, which is, and it's not much, but you have to, they're not worth that much. But if people looking to complete sets and stuff, and I'm trying to get rid of just a bunch of random cards, it's one way to do it, and you just have to build that stuff in, like you said.
So we've all been selling for quite a while on eBay. What are some of your favorite tips that you can give anybody out there that might be looking to sell on eBay or might be selling on eBay now?
Yeah, I might be stealing yours, Mike, because this is the tip you told me. Never go with an auction.
Buy it now. Stealing mine, yes.
I am. Yeah, I am, because you gave it to me, so I'm stealing it now. But no, yeah, Mike said this to me, and you can definitely jump in here, but list it as a buy it now, because this is exactly what you said to me. You only need one person to want that card on a buy it now. With an auction, you need two. You need to make sure that someone else is going to be fighting for that card. Some things I've thought about listing, like I have a couple of Brady rookies. I may switch those if I don't get the price. I may switch those to auction. But for something that's $4.99, $19.99, something like that, I'm going to list it as a buy it now. And I made the joke during my Brady rookie card, one of the Brady rookie card videos I did. As a buyer, I'm always on auctions. As a seller, I'm always listing on buy it nows.
Yeah, I mean, I did give you that advice too, and there are some situations I feel like if it's a brand new product and you have something, there aren't any others that were sold, then maybe throw it on auction.
Did you end up listing that, cheater? Speak of the devil.
I did not. No, I did not. Okay. And I probably won't do it as an auction either. But and sometimes too, if you have something weird, like I had that one Tom Brady press pass rookie that was like way miscut, and I didn't know what it was worth. Doesn't really have a comp, so I just threw it out there. But yeah, for the most part, I always recommend doing that. How about you, EP?
Yeah, I agree. The only thing I would say differently is if you get something like on launch day, then you can put the stuff up for auction, because then there are going to be a lot of people competing for it. Like you're going to have eyeballs, you're going to have people especially if it's like a rare, like a case sit or something like that, then you're definitely going to want to put it on auction. You probably don't want to guess what the buy it now should be and just let them decide, because you're going to end
money, right?
Yeah, you're going to end up. Some people are going to compete and they're going to overpay for random cards here and there. You might,
but at that point, you kind of hope they pay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with the brand new stuff, they definitely pay.
Sure.
Like it's the I when I was breaking those
That's
cases,
a bold statement.
when I was breaking those cases, I never had anybody not pay. Like everybody wants
Somebody
that new
didn't
stuff.
watch the 2022 WWE Prism auctions.
That's true.
Because like hardly any of them got paid for it. So
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the, and also in line with that too, if you sell cheaper cards, I can't give you better advice than this. Don't auction off like cards that are $3, $4, $5. Don't do it. If you look at the Terapeak values, you will see people getting $4 and $5 for a card, and if they put it on an auction, people are getting like $1.99, 99 cents. Yeah, like things like that. You don't have enough people wanting it to put it on auction. Like you're looking for that one person who wants it, and then they will pay your price instead of doing an auction. Like you're consistently, I've noticed this over and over and over again, you're just losing money if you sell low priced cards on auction.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think my lowest is $3.99, maybe $2.99, but right around there. That's not a variation listing. Like I have some Marvel cards that are $1.99, and you're just kind of hoping that someone buys more than one. And that's something I do, by the way, that might be a tip or trick that you might, with a bunch of stuff that you have listed. You definitely have more than EP probably does as well. What I do is I actually reach out to the buyer. Then once they buy, I will reach out and say, hey, just want to make sure there were no other Marvel cards. And I do this specifically for Marvel, but I had someone buy a Peyton Manning lot from me, or no, I'm sorry, it was a Marshall Faulk lot. And I reached out to him. Are you interested in anything else? I've been going through my old collection, yada, yada, yada. He turned into this super Corey Dillon collector randomly. Oh, wow. He's like, oh, do you happen to have Corey Dillon cards? I go, oh, believe me, brother, I have plenty of Corey Dillon. And I've sent him lots of Corey Dillon cards. I want to say 4 or 5, like 30 card lots of Corey Dillon cards for like 50 cents a piece. But when you're lotting them together like that, so I do a lot of reaching out to the customers. I don't know if you guys do that at all.
I don't. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. Any other advice from you, EP?
Yeah. My tip would be to like treat shipping like that. Shipping is important, like super important. Make sure it gets to the person like the way you would want it to get to get to you. Charge for shipping if you're going to charge for shipping, and if you don't charge for shipping, build it into your price. Like it is important. It is as important as the card itself. Making sure the card gets there safely it's like that's everything.
I actually switched all my auctions. I had them free shipping. And I take great care of the cards. Like you said, I want them to get to the end user the way I would want them to get to me. But I found that it was hard to build it into the price, because if you're listing it, buy it now, and it's normally a $3.99 card, but someone has $3.99 they sell it for, and then the shipping is like $2.99. I tried to list it in between that with free shipping, and I found that people could care less if it's free. Like they want the lower price card. So I switched it all to $1, so it's now a $3.99 card with $1 shipping versus trying to list it for say $4.99 or $5.99 with free shipping. I found that has actually worked out for me.
And one other bit of advice I like to give is something people don't often think about, but be patient. A lot of people out there just want to move a card, but I've been doing this a long time now, and it is amazing how being patient can get you the price that you want for something. Now, again, if you're way overpriced, you're not going to sell the card no matter how long you wait. Like if you have to be fair, you have to be in the right range. I found this though with the guitar parts I sell, the other type of stuff I sell, and with cards, that if you just don't get too crazy about it, don't get too rushed. If you wait it out, you have to wait sometimes for that one person to come along. And especially with having a buy it now price, you're looking to get that one person that's like, you know what, that's fair. And a lot of people just give up on it too soon, and they'll mark the price down, or they'll send like ridiculous offer to people to buy it just because they want to move it. As long as you can you don't have to have the money right away. Be patient, because you'd be amazed to find out how often you can get your price. I've had a lot of cards that were even listed with a best offer that I've sold for full price because I didn't accept bad offers for them. I let it out there, and that right person came along and went, you know what? That is a fair price. I'm just going to buy it.
I don't want to take the risk that someone else might buy it because they don't know when you listed. I mean, they might be able to figure that out, but they don't know if it's been relisted and things like that. So that they don't want to take the chance. And I've done that too as a buyer. So yeah, that's a smart. Be patient for sure.
And the thing, one of the nice things is, like, even if you don't have a store, eBay gives you 250 free listings. So that, I mean, if you're not as into it as us, maybe, like, you're not even getting close to using that. So you can just leave, like you said, leave it up there, and it's going to be relisted, and it's not going to cost you anything extra for those relistings. So just, yeah, that helps with that too.
Yeah. Well, I think we covered everything about eBay selling this week. All right, guys, that was a great chat.
Panther 27. Panther 27.
All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Take care.
Adios.